That weekend, I continued to study black magic with Minnie on Saturday. I've been doing a lot of studying lately, so I decided to sleep in on Monday and take a mix of red, white, green, and black magic the rest of the week. However, on Tuesday, I wake up suddenly in the middle of the night. I'm not sure why. I thought I heard something. Just then, the door to the room creaks open and Virginia slips inside. Virginia? I whisper quietly. Eek! Virginia jumps. Oh, you're awake. There's something going on out there. Ellen yawns sleepily. I had to get up and pee, but when I was coming back, there were all these weird noises. Like what? I ask. I don't know, like someone decided to play floor hockey in the middle of the night? Or a whole domino chain of folding chairs falling over? What's going on? Ellen asks. I have no idea, Virginia replies. I couldn't tell where it was coming from, and I didn't want to wander around alone at night trying to figure it out. I guess we should try to go back to sleep then, I offer. Probably, Virginia says, and we all return to our respective beds. Still, it's not so easy to get to sleep wondering and worrying about what might be happening outside. Hieronymous wait. But he couldn't wait. The fire had been put out, but the fire could have just been a distraction. His father knew that he was married. That begged the question of who else now knew of their relationship. His father was notorious for his loose lips. What if the fire had been a distraction to lure him away from Tori? He quickly heads into Horse Hall, relieved to find the hallway empty. He could just use magic to sense who was inside, but he had to see for himself. He cast a silence spell on the door to make sure it wouldn't make a sound as he quickly turned the door handle and nudged the door open. Tori's bed was the first bed on the left, and he could see her blue hair reflected off the moonlight streaming in from the window. She was facing the wall, so he could not see her face, but her shoulders rose and fell with the rhythmic motion of sleep. He lets out a sigh of relief as he slowly closes the door and teleports back to Wolf Hall. Well, Professor Potsdam asks. How is she? She's fine, he says quietly. I apologize. I needed to make sure she was all right. If the fire had been a distraction. I understand your concerns, Hieronymous, Professor Potsdam replies. And you found her sleeping soundly? He nods. And the rest of Horse Hall? Quiet, he replies. I have other teachers making sure all is well in the other halls, she says as she turns back to the door. Hieronymous, do you really think someone tried to hurt a student? Or worse? He just shakes his head. Honestly, he's more than a little surprised to hear the concern in her voice. She didn't seem to mind culling wild seeds of their power, but he supposed their magic was one thing. Their lives were another. I will talk to Mr. Blazing, he says firmly. I will get to the bottom of this. It could have just been an accident, or this could have been a deliberate attack. He had to find out who was behind this. Immediately, Tori was potentially in danger. He had vowed to protect her, and if he failed, she could potentially lose her life. He could lose his magic. He would not allow that to happen, no matter what he had to do. We're getting up and ready for the day when someone knocks on the door. Just a minute, I call out as I pull on my robes and open the door. There's no rush. It's only me, Isabel says. Listen, there was a problem last night and the teachers are still busy dealing with it. Because of that, all classes for today are canceled. We're passing the news. What happened? Ellen asks. I'm not sure, Isabel replies. I heard that someone tried to blow up the school. What? Ellen looks dumbstruck. Or maybe it was a fire, Isabel offers. I'm not sure. Are we in danger? I ask quietly. No, there is nothing to worry about, she says calmly. The professors will take care of it. You could relax for the day, or you could study for your exam on Friday. There's an exam on Friday? I ask as I turn back to Ellen. Ellen pauses. Did I forget to tell you that? I stare at her. Yes? Sorry. Excuse me, I have more doors to knock on, Isabel says as she starts to walk away. I will see you later? I nod my head. Thanks for letting us know. Ellen and I go back into the room and sit down on our respective beds. I guess we have the day off? I ask. This is creepy, Virginia says to no one in particular. You didn't see anyone out last night, did you? I ask her. No, but I didn't go very far, she explains. I was only down the hall. Who would want to blow up the school? Ellen asks. That's just a rumor, I remind her. That might not be what happened. Something big happened if they canceled every class, Virginia points out. Yeah, Ellen agrees. With no class today, I just stay in my room and study. In the afternoon, runners are sent around to summon us to the gym. Hello, Professor Potsdam says solemnly. I'm sure you all have many questions, and so do we. I will do my best to tell you what I can. Last night, there was a fire in Falcon Hall, targeted on a student bedroom while the occupants slept. We believe this fire was started deliberately. However, it was quickly detected and no one was injured. Unfortunately, we don't yet know who was responsible. We are questioning individuals at the moment, but if you have any information about these events, please speak to a teacher immediately. At the moment, we do not know if this was a prank that went wrong or a deliberate attempt to injure one or more students. Or worse. While we are investigating this, please stay safe. A fire in your sleep. You could die of smoke inhalation without even waking up. All your magical power is useless if you're not awake to use it. This is awful. As the student population empties into the hallway, Virginia grabs my arm. Did you hear? They think Donald did it. What? Ellen asks. Why? I don't know, because he's always causing trouble. Because they can't figure out what happened and he's sneaky enough to fool them? We've got magic. It's usually easy to prove who's responsible for things. If they're still investigating, then something weird is going on. If they pin this on Donald, after everything he's done, he's going to get expelled. They'll wipe his brain for sure. But Logan's his roommate's twin brother, Ellen reminds her. It wouldn't make any sense. It was Jacob and Logan's room that got set on fire? I ask. Their bedroom door, not the whole room, Ellen says quickly. Well, it's the same thing, isn't it? If they hadn't caught the fire in time, it would have been. Regardless, I decide not to say that aloud as I shake my head. There's nothing we can do about it, though. No, Ellen agrees. We'll have to wait for more information. I hope he's okay, Virginia says quietly. Donald's a horrible brat, but he's still my brother. The teachers wouldn't throw him out without proof. Would they?